Alright guys, welcome back. GM Light here, and today we're talking about the fact that Jordan Peele, his new movie was announced for a Christmas 2024 release date, so we're going to be getting that at the end of next year. No real details or title or anything released, but I still kind of wanted to speculate on what could be going on, what could be happening, what might he be planning, if there's any significance to the Christmas release date, who knows. So let's get into it. So with Jordan Peele, it's kind of tough because he came out the gate so hot. Get Out was just this insane cultural phenomenon, just a gigantic hit. Everybody was talking about it. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite horror movies. I think it's one of, if not the best movie of the 2010s. It created such a high bar to cross. And in my opinion, both Us and Nope are really good movies in their own right, but because they don't live up to that standard, it's just kind of tough, and I feel like people see him as having that Shyamalan thing going on where he starts out the gate hot, flames out. I disagree. I think he's proven 3 times at this point that he has a high level of talent, even if Us and Nope aren't as good as Get Out. It's not like the quality is any less maintained. With that though, I would say Get Out's a 10 in my opinion, Us is a 9 in my opinion, and Nope is an 8. And I don't think that that's indicative that there's a downward trajectory in terms of his career or his movies or anything. But there's a few things I think he should probably do first when approaching this new movie. Like right off the bat, what I think he should do first is probably just take it back to basics. Get Out is a very small scale. It's about social oddities and all these uncomfortabilities that come along with that, and it's just the script does all the work. And then by the time you kind of get to Nope is a lot of spectacle. It's a lot more action based. It's over a half hour longer, I think, than Get Out, and different things work about both of those in their own rights. But especially for his 4th film, I think instead of trying to up himself like he has the last 2 times, I think that he should scale back a little bit, have a smaller budget, have just a tight script, make the horror really character driven and stay true to himself and his style. But that's just my opinion. I think that's the way to go. In terms of content, it's kind of hard to even really predict what he would do. All of his movies, they kind of tackle different social issues, messaging and stuff. Like, I'm not going to sit here and speculate about what social issue he wants to tackle in his next movie. As far as that's kind of tough. Especially because the movies, you can never really take them at surface value. Like, yeah, Nope is about some kind of alien or something, but it's a lot more about that. It's about show business and attention and how the business will eat you up and spit you out, and just the lengths that people go to for attention and to seek that validation. There's always so many more layers to it. So really, even just the subject matter of the movie alone, since he's only using it as a conduit, I don't even really exactly know what the deeper message would be. I think he could do something interesting though, even if it's a Christmas-based movie. Like, especially even with like the economics kind of surrounding Christmas, there's probably an interesting story that he could utilize and tell through the lens of Christmas. But the Christmas release date could also just mean nothing. There's a lot of movies that release on Christmas that have nothing to do with Christmas, like Wonder Woman 1984 released on Christmas, Django Unchained I think released on Christmas. Just in general, the significance doesn't necessarily mean everything, but like I was saying, I would be interested to see him scale it back. We went from just this family to doppelgangers around the world to aliens. I think we could go back and maybe take a slasher approach to this. I also like to see kind of a blend of what he did in Us and Get Out with maybe some kind of cult, or a family moves into a neighborhood that's cultish. I think that he would do something very interesting with a concept like that. But I also don't really see him using this movie to make a sequel to Get Out or any of his other films. I think Us is probably the one that deserves a sequel the most, or lends itself to a sequel the most. But since Get Out is just hands down his most popular movie, if he was going to do a sequel, I could see it most likely being that. But again, I really don't think that's what he's doing. He doesn't seem like he has franchises or sequels on his mind. He seems very solely focused on creating just solid original horror movies with good commentary, interesting layers. So I can imagine that that's probably the lane that he's going to stay in, if I had to guess. And the turnaround's about 2.5 years. I'm not sure if that's too quick or not. He had 2 years between Get Out and Us, and that seemed to work out, as long as he's not burning himself out on these movies or killing himself. I don't see any problem with it or, any reason to raise the red alert. So hopefully whatever he does is just another solid entry in his filmography. I have no reason to believe that it won't be, but that's kind of just the directions that I think that he should go in, where he would go in. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think he's going to do in his next movie. I'd love to hear it. Have a good one.